Do you know what happens when a lowland gorilla stand-up comedian, a functioning alcoholic impressionist, and geeky tech nerd pro wrestler get together? You get the Conte and Kenny Show. And AIDS, probably.
Monday nights, the clock strikes 7. Conte and Kenny, humor's heaven. On 100 proof, YouTube's delight. Tune in, we promise it's pure delight. Laughing out loud, so mellow and bright. Conte and Kenny, comedy's bite. Every Monday, come and play. Join us for laughs, end your day. Eastern time, the fun begins. Jokes and stories will make you grin. A perfect blend, pure comedic art. Conte and Kenny, they steal your heart. So click and watch the chuckles flow. Conte and Kenny, friends in tow. Sip some laughs on 100 proof. Comedy magic under your roof. Laughing out loud, so mellow and bright. Conte and Kenny, comedy's bite. Every Monday, come and play. Join us for laughs, end your day. Eastern time, the fun begins. Jokes and stories will make you grin. A perfect blend, comedic art. Conte and Kenny, they steal your heart. So click and watch the chuckles flow. Conte and Kenny, friends in tow. Sip some laughs on 100 proof. Comedy magic under your roof. Remember the time, don't miss the show. With Conte and Kenny, the giggles glow. Find the channel, don't delay. 100 proof podcasting, your Monday ballet.
And don't forget me, Joey Image.
The vision is renewed. The power is reawakened. The fear is reborn. Because they have returned. Because they have returned.
Alrighty, welcome everybody. It is another Monday Ballet, the Conte and Kenny Show, also known as Arrogance and Alcoholism with a side of spandex. And we are here live as usual every Monday night at 7 o'clock on the 100 Proof Podcasting Network on YouTube. Subscribe, like the episode if you're listening on YouTube, and check out all the other shows like Replayables and Killing with the Ables and Shawnee playing video games. And let's see, let me see the screen. Let's see if Kenny jumped in. He is not in yet. All right. Well, welcome. Now listen, if you want, if you're in the chat room, if you want to be part of the chat, just join us. And we also do super chat. So if you want to support the show, you could make a couple of bucks donation, and then your chat comes right up on the screen right there. And of course, in the lower radical left liberal corner is Joe Conte. That's me. And in the center square is the star of the show, who's not here yet, Kenny Michaels. And then over in the right-hand corner, in for Joey Image, who just said boo in the chat, is our pal Mike Bowl. What's going on, Mike?
Good morning there. How you doing there, brother?
I'm good. And of course, Shawnee is our producer behind the glass, giving us smart-ass remarks, like calling us old and all that shit. Kenny is having trouble trying to sign on, so as soon as he gets on, he will just pop right on and just join us. So what's going on, brother? You have to, now, for anybody that doesn't know, Mike is a pal of ours, and Mike used to do our show years ago, and he used to go under the nickname Champagne Mike, which is just a great nickname. It just worked. It's a great nickname, by the way, especially for just goofing on the radio and all that kind of shit. And Mike is we were basically the first time you ever did any type of broadcasting, right?
This is definitely the first time you guys paved the way for my success. So, yeah, this is where
Yes.
it all started.
Yes, Michael is a very well-known man. He's been on a bunch of different news channels, and not because he robbed any banks or anything like that. It's because he is, you know what? Why don't you tell people like all the stuff that you've been doing? Like you did our show. We did it for like a year back in the early 2010s, and and it was great. Mike was awesome. We had so much fun. Me, him, and Kenny and whatever. Mike got some other things, but Mike was always a funny dude. And this, him getting on Mike and doing the thing with me and Kenny really kind of upped his game, and he took it to another level. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you?
Well, I was a police officer at the time, and I met you guys at a show, and I really wanted to do stand up. And you guys asked me to come on your show. And the first time I did it, I said maybe two words. I was like Cindy Brady looking at the red light on the camera. And I said absolutely
Baton
nothing
Rouge,
for an hour
Baton
and a half.
Rouge, Baton
Right,
Rouge,
right.
Baton
Just,
Rouge.
yeah, just sat there and looked at the sky. And I was like, wow, this is not what I want to do in my life. This is pretty bad. And both of you guys sat me down and said, hey, man, come back, come back. Do not do that to yourself. And came back. You guys loved what I did, and I came back as your third mic and really learned a lot. And long story short, that gave me the confidence to speak on live television. I've been on CNN and Fox and some really big stations, TMZ, and did some interviews. But it all started all because of the show, and I really have sent the love numerous times to both of you and Kenny about that. And I wasn't joking. I mean, I really learned a lot from both you guys, and it's carried me so far, and it's been a great ride because of that.
Well, yes, you're welcome. Yeah, I hate to want to brag, but you're welcome. But I want you to tell everybody what you've been doing because I mean, listen, I've been watching you do this for years, but for anybody that doesn't know, um, all the stuff that you do.
So I started a charity called New Jersey Veterans Network, and basically what we do is we provide resources for veterans and their families. And I've been able to keep the media presence because of Hurricane Sandy. When I was a cop, we did a toy drive, and the toy drive wound up being very successful. It was the biggest in the state, and that really taught me how to keep my media connects. And I used them while I was doing the charity. And really, people love veterans, both sides of the spectrum when it comes to politically, but also
Oh
people
yeah.
just in general want to help veterans. So it was a
Hmm.
great idea to work with veterans and do the charity. And we have done really well. We were getting really big. And George Santos, that wonderful congressman, stole money from one of the vets that I mentored from his
Did he
service dogs.
really? Oh my
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Well, he's
he
going to
stole the
jail. I
money.
know that. Or if he's not
Oh
in
no,
jail
he's in
already,
jail. He's in jail already. Yeah,
is
yeah.
he in
So he
jail?
stole money. Yeah, he went under the name of Anthony DeVolder. So I called him, and I'm a pretty chill dude. I don't want to. I never use my police powers in a negative way. I didn't
No,
want any problems with
you're one of
anybody.
those guys that when you find
Right,
out, and you're retired now, but Mike is one of those dudes, then you find out he's a cop or was a cop, you're like, you were a cop? Like he's not
right.
the prototypical cop in that
No,
regard. And it's not an insult.
I wrote a ticket like 20 years ago. I could tell you, like, you have to drive into me for me to arrest you, and I would probably feel bad too. So like that was like I just wanted to just do my thing.
Right, right,
So
right.
I called him up and I'm like, hey man, this is probably a mistake. You don't mean to take the money from a service dog and screw over a veteran. Nobody would want to do that, right? And he doubled down on everything, and so we wind up stealing the money. 5 years later, the veteran calls me and goes, "You won't believe this, but the congressman is the person who stole the money, George Santos." Now, my veteran's crazy. Don't get me wrong, but I was like, That's a pretty good stretch, you know." And sure enough, as soon as I
Wow.
turned it on, I was like, "Holy shit! This is we can curse, right?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm like, "Holy shit! This is him. This is it." And I called up Channel 12, figuring to do a nice little story for Richard. That was his name, Richard. and the story obviously went a lot bigger than that. And within 48 hours, I had over 100 news outlets contact us. I held a press conference in our building, and it just flew from there. And it's been a hell of a ride. So after that, I was picked by a couple casting agents to do a couple of documentaries, and I'm currently working on a movie that's coming out in the next few weeks about being a veteran. It's called "You Are a Veteran," and I'll be on billboards and everything. So it's really
This
cool,
dick's
man.
got more fucking TV credits than me and Kenny combined. This cocksucker.
And I feel bad because this is even like something I want to do. Like, this is like a hobby, and I'm like, this is these guys' lives, and it's like I feel bad because my sister works in the business, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. You got a credit, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, that's nice. But so I try to be humble.
No,
One
fuck
thing I
that,
do
dude.
do is I share. No, listen, I'm cocky. I get it, and I deserve to be. But I do share. I do share when I can, and I'm actually doing a hunting show in a few weeks. And when I met that guy, it's called Wild Memories, and he asked me if I hunted, and I said, of course I hunt. I never hunted before. I don't even have a gun at the time. You know, I just compulsively lie every time someone calls me, and
Yeah, whatever
fast
they
forward, we're
do.
doing. Right. Well, listen, when someone tells me that, I say, absolutely, we get it done. And we do. We facilitate a lot of really big things. And we're filming a hunting show in 3 weeks in Montana. That's why I grew the beard and everything. I'm ready for it. So,
Oh, I was wondering. Yeah, no shit. All right. When are you going to warm
yeah,
yourself up
I
before you
want
go
to
to
fit the
Montana?
part. I want to fit the part. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I don't want to
It's
shoot
going to be
anything, for
interesting.
God's sakes, but
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
A
going.
Jew in Montana hiding under a beard.
Right, right, right. I can go to Sabbath, though.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I've seen you every time you're on either Channel 12 or Fox or CNN, and all the things you have done, and like you said, it all stemmed from um, the charity. But so was the Santos being in prison? It wasn't just what happened with you. There must have been other things too, right?
Right, but I mean, and I really mean this, and I don't think people understand. And I have called you personally and said this to you. Being on this show, failing miserably, and then being called back to come on and really give you a second chance in the sense. And you didn't even think of it as a second chance. You're like, dude, relax. Like, just come on and be
No, we were
yourself
like,
because
come
you
on, dude,
saw it.
just come and do the show
Right,
again. It was
right,
funny.
right. And right, and I think that just taught me how to talk in front of millions of people or whatever without missing a beat. And
Crazy.
it's all because of you guys giving me the tools. Starting next week, I just started actually last week on Bill Spady. I'll be on his show once a week now, Fridays, doing vet updates. So we're looking to do some segments and stuff like that. But
Yeah, now
it's all because of this.
and what is that's going to be on Fridays, and what time on Fridays is that usually?
9 a.m. 9 a.m. We're doing that.
And now, do you know what this is going to be exactly? Because I know you want
So
to.
yeah, so
Because Mike is a funny guy. Like people think, oh, he's just a cop who's a veteran who does shit. But Mike is truly a funny dude. So there's some Conte and Kenny bits on our channel with Mike on it. So like Mike is funny, but it's like he. I know, and I know why. He wanted to come on because he wants to. He wants to sharpen up his chops again because he's good on camera. He can do all of that. He's not nervous being on camera. Mike just wants to get that. He wants to sharpen his fucking comedy tool. So when he starts doing more of this shit, he wants to be a little more confident in it. But you're already a funny dude. So it's just a matter of trying to make what you're doing into humor because usually, like you said, the vets, it's always like either a sad story or a redemption story, but there's not a lot of room for humor.
I feel like I'm on C-SPAN every time I'm talking. So like I need to, liven up,
You want to
and it's
let loose,
funny.
as they would say back in the
Right.
fucking 50s,
Because
right?
like I remember I was at the studio and we were doing a documentary and I made the whole staff laugh. We were joking. And then a minute later I'm just, you know, regimented to doing the veteran documentary type of talking, and it's like, ugh,
Yeah.
like inside I'm like, man, I just want to joke, like, give me these, let this
But you know you
butterfly
can't.
spread his
But you know
wings,
you can't.
like,
Yeah, exactly.
no, no, I cannot. And
Right.
this is like such a break from that as well. I'm not saying I'm on TV every day, but you know, I do have a lot of opportunities, but it's not because I'm funny. It's not even a little. It's all about
But that's what you want to
seriousness.
do. Like if you're gonna
Right? I
listen, I
joke
don't
all
know
day. I
Bill,
joke all day. I joke
of
all day. I
course,
don't stop. I'm
but you're
inappropriate.
genuinely
I
funny.
just
Like Mike
right.
Bull
I just
is
love
not
every day, man. Right.
Mike's not a water cooler funny guy. Like I always say, there's water cooler funny, and then there's funny funny. Like water cooler funny is, hey, working hard or hardly working. How you doing, Bob? A little bit funny. He's the funny guy at work. But to actually be genuinely funny, where you can entertain people and hold people's attention for a decent amount of time, that's different. But Mike has that. So that's why I think it's funny. It's like, dude, you're just good. But if you're going to, yeah, like I don't know Bill Spadia, but I know he's on 101.5 and I know he does mostly it's more like a political talk show, right? But the
Right.
segment you're going
Yeah.
to do, it's going to be a thing for veterans.
Unaffiliated with any politics, non-politics, just veteran updates, and
Right.
I
And you want
choose
to
the
make it
content.
fun. You want to make it
So
fun.
yeah, you know what? And Bill, even though he does like a kind of like that kind of show, he's all
Right.
about it. He really said it. He's the one that really came up with the idea of saying, "Look, I don't want doom and gloom anymore. I want fun. I want vets to share good stories and funny stories. So we're gonna literally have veterans telling things that are different than the normal, redemption or getting out of a bad place stories. Because you
Yes.
heard a million of those, right? And nothing against it. I wish them all
Nothing
luck,
against
and
them.
Obviously.
Obviously.
But
Yep.
hey, I
I
want to
agree.
laugh. I want to laugh. I want to laugh.
You
Like
want
one of
to
the
you want
vets,
some fun, feel good,
right?
cool, entertaining stories. And why does a
Most
vet
certainly,
thing?
right?
Yeah, why does a vet thing always have to be fucking sad?
Always has to be ruined. Has to be ruined. And it's funny because like some of these vets, like I remember the first vet that started helping, he got blown up, and he was talking about he got blown up in the middle of a haircut, and I'm just like, dude, your hair looks like shit still. Like, did you ever get it fixed? Like, I know it's 10 years later, but my God, your hair looks
Yeah,
terrible. Like,
yeah,
what are you doing
you're
about
one
it?
haircut behind on the one side. You got to even it up,
Right,
So every time you
right,
go get a
right.
haircut, this side is always going to be a little longer than the other side.
Right, right. But like they appreciate it. Or like the one guy lost his leg and I'm like, what'd you do, stupid? You know what I mean? Like, but yet, I'm not gonna put that on a show, and it's like,
No, I mean that's because
but
see,
but
this
they
is the
laugh at
thing.
it. We laugh at that stuff, like
Well,
that's the
because
thing, that's the humor.
you know you know when to be funny and when not to attempt humor. That's the
Well,
biggest
I mean I
part about
try to do
humor.
that.
Well, I think you're smart enough to
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I do. Yeah,
And I
yeah, yeah.
think that's the difference is that where people will try to do humor or try to make something funny, and it's not about the joke, it's about the timing. And also it's
Right.
about who is saying it. You know what I mean? Like Mike can get
Sure.
away with a lot more shit saying something to a veteran than I could because or
Right.
joking with a veteran because most likely you're going to know him, you are a veteran, so you have that. But if I don't know the dude and I'm just breaking his balls, you're like, who's this fucking jerk off? You know what I mean? So
Right,
it's
right,
all
right.
content, intent, and timing. That's what it's all about, and you have all that. So I don't even know why the fuck you're here. You're here because Kenny fucking is we knew Kenny wasn't going to fucking be able to connect, so we were like, thank God Mike's here.
Well, you
But
got
yeah,
a
dude.
real Marine on now, so it's all
Yeah.
right.
That's right. I forgot. You're not one of those fake Marines. What are they?
No.
Marines? Fake Marines? But yeah, dude, I think it's great, man. And did you know what? One thing I didn't I think the answer is no. But did you ever actually try stand up?
No, I got fulfilled by doing this show, man. Like it's crazy. It's exactly what I needed, and it was like I'm like a very crazy goal-oriented person. Like I take things to the extreme, and this was like one of them. And just doing this was more than enough. It fulfilled me. I think it's a safer way too. Like I watched you guys, for a long time. I've been to multiple shows, and you could be on point and the crowd could just ruin it. You know what I mean? And I would be so mad. I'd be throwing shit at them. You know what I mean? Like, who the hell are you now? You better laugh, goddamn it. You know what I mean? Like, this is funny shit. What's the matter with you people? And I
Yeah.
get
Yep.
it. You have to win
Yeah.
the crowd over. And like I said, you could probably do the same material on one show and they all love it, and then the other one, for some reason, it is what
Well,
it is, man. And I don't think I could take that abuse, man. I don't know if I could do it. That's what it comes down to. My ego will be
yeah, because
crushed,
you had a much better childhood than guys like me and Kenny. That's
Right.
why.
I had a great childhood. I got to go to all the funny parties and live a good life while you guys were in
Exactly.
the basement. Like, let me talk about it.
Exactly. Exactly. Well,
I'm like,
listen,
what do you mean you
George
weren't at the
Carlin.
football parties, loser?
No, no way. I mean, George Carlin said it, and when I met him, he said it to us, and he said, "Listen, if you got good stuff and it works on a Thursday and it works on a Friday, and if the same shit don't work on a Saturday, it's the fucking audience." And that was
Right.
George Carlin. He's not saying if you suck, blame the audience all the time, but he's saying, hey, if your shit
Right.
works and you have good stuff and it works, if it doesn't work, it's on them. And I'm like,
Right.
I kind of like
Right.
that, And that's
You
the
just want
greatest
to
of all
like keep
time
that in the
saying
back
that.
of your head, right? Right. That's
Yeah.
important, man. Because it is. Like
Well,
I said,
listen.
I've seen you guys perform, and it's like, wow. But you also got to remember too. We talk about this. Like, the worst audience are cops, man. They are just pathetically terrible. They talk the
Yes.
entire time. They hold court, and you're like, listen, I'm here to perform, you morons, and I don't want to talk about your stupid, like stupid
Well, listen,
stories
I could
about how you
say
captured really dangerous men. Like, shut up.
Your
well,
story
they-
sucks. Your story
oh,
sucks.
oh,
I'm
let's
sick and
see.
tired of listening to. I'm swearing. Champagne.
I hear
totally
him.
fucking with
I hear
you.
him.
I
There
love
he
you.
is. There
I
he
am
is.
about to burn this
Hey.
motherfucker down. I am about to burn everything in my sight. King Kong ain't got nothing on me right now. I swear to God, I pay good friggin' money for this bullshit. And I'm
What,
sitting here
for
with
your
my
computer?
dick in my
What,
hand.
back in 2006? How about updating the
This whole
motherfucker?
internet phase, this whole internet freaking it's a farce. It's a farce. It's a fad. It's bullshit.
He's all
Sit
pissed
here
off.
for 2 hours. 2 hours. Haven't eaten anything. Wait, I'm looking forward to seeing Champagne. And I'm sitting here literally sweating. I have an air conditioner and I have a fucking fan on me and I'm still sweating. Not to mention that I'm fat as shit and I'm tired and I worked hard in school and I'm cranky. Anyway, guys, I made it. It really
Welcome.
sucks over here.
That's
Oh,
Kenny Michaels
criminy-
in the center
Criminy
square.
Sigs.
Kenny, say hello to Mike.
Hello, Champagne Mike. How are you, pal?
7-5, brother.
7-5, brother. Look at you with the little face salad over there, huh? Little more
Yeah,
than
yeah,
you
live
usually
life.
do. Yeah, it's a little more than usual.
I'm going.
Sometimes
I'm going on a hunting show in 3 weeks. I'm trying to look the part.
you're going on a hunting show. All right, so
In
instead
Montana.
of using like Dove body wash, it's just gonna be deer piss and beer, and he's just gonna be
That's how
covering
I
his
roll.
body.
I've been using that before. I even went before. Nothing new.
Yeah, you already smelled like this skunk ape in New
Yeah.
Orleans. You know?
Right.
So a hunting show, huh?
Yeah, so,
what's the game? What are you hunting?
So
Whatever
we're trying to get
moves?
something. No, you know what the sad thing is? We might, and I don't know how many people watch his show, but it doesn't look like we got a ticket to shoot anything. So we might have to do a fake hunt and just pretend we shot something. I don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe
I don't
buy
know, but
something in the store and just lay it on the ground.
I think
Dude,
that
the
might be the
CGI
name of
stuff
this. That might be the name of this episode. Fake hunt. Think
Fake
about
Yeah.
it. Fake hunt.
You know what's funny too is you get like a nature preserve, like a buffalo, like roaming in Yosemite, and then cut to you
Right.
guys outside your garage with like a rump roast, and go. This is how you.
Right, look, we
This is
got
how
it.
you separate
We got it.
Yeah, and you save this sinew for fishing lures when save that for. That's funny. They'll do that too. They'll take like stock video And
Right.
shit, you look like Bear Grylls out there eating eyeballs of newt
Right.
and
The
sitting there
first thing I
hiding
should
under
have would
rocks.
throw up all over the place and be disgusted with myself anyway if I did that. So
It'd be funny too, dude. You're a Marine, you're a veteran, you've been to war, and this guy's gonna kill a squirrel, and you're gonna start crying. And he's like, "We have
right.
to eat," and you're
Wet
like,
my
"No, but
pants.
it's one of those red squirrels. I never get to see those over here.
Yeah, I just wanted to hold it.
There's no
Hey, we're
red
not going to
squirrels."
shoot this, are we?
Yeah.
It was just
Hey,
for fun.
there's a great line. There's a great story. Jay Moore tells it. He's on a boardwalk and he's filming with Al Pacino. Okay, and so they're trying to shoot a shot on a boardwalk by the beach, and this one seagull just keeps landing on this one like light post, like making noise. So they're like cut. So Jay Moore picks up like something, a donut or a rock or something, and he goes to throw it at the seagull. And Al Pacino goes, "Don't do that." Why? And he's like, "Why not? I can't do an Al Pacino." But
Oh, Kenny, you muted yourself.
He got so excited he muted himself.
Hey Kenny, go mute yourself. You're still muted.
I actually like this Pacino too, by the way. I don't
Actually,
know.
I like
thought it was
Kenny
all right.
muted. I like Kenny muted much better than
Right.
when he's got his mic on.
Right. So we'll just go back talk about me, I guess. That's cool.
But what, you know what? While Kenny's trying to fix that, Shawnee, Wednesday and Thursday, not tomorrow, but Wednesday and Thursday, October 8th and 9th, I'm going to be headlining down at Uncle Vinny's Comedy Club in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. There it is, the picture that my wife loves, where it looks like as Otto would say, it looks like I combed my hair with a cock. It's but please come out and see me. 8:00. They have you can come down for dinner, or you could just come down and get some snacks. There's a BYOB. There's a bar right next door. I'm going to be giving away some gift bags. 5 gift bags for each show, and it's going to have like T-shirts and CDs and DVDs.
how's that? Can you hear me?
There we go. There we go.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And
Sorry, gift bags.
Yeah. So if you want to get some tickets, go to UncleVinny'sComedyClub.com and get some tickets. Come out and see me. It's going to be a fun night. I promise you, I'll be there. All right. If that's not a great promise, I promise you, I'll be there.
That place rocks too, man.
Yeah. No, it's great. Fucking Sean's a dick. He's such an asshole. All right, take that thing off. All right. So now, Kenny, are you? What was it? Your internet or is it the computer? What was going on with your?
No, totally internet. It wouldn't let me. It was like page is unresponsive, and I'm like, you son of a bitch. But the problem is my computer is outdated. I haven't had a computer since the pandemic, and there's nothing like I don't have pictures on here. It's not a work computer. It's just a big piece of Chinese piece of shit. What it is, big sucky piece of shit is what I call it. Oh, okay. I gotta go on a big sucky piece of shit again to check my taxes. Oh wait, let me go check my sucky piece of shit for the information I need. That's what it's not a computer. It's a sucky piece of shit. I just made that up. But now, on. That's what it's going to be.
That might be the
that's it. I don't have my phone. Well, go check your sucky piece of shit for the answers, Ma. Use my sucky piece of shit if you don't have your own sucky piece of shit. There you go.
Okay.
So anyway,
I didn't mean to open up this can of worms.
I didn't mean to either. It just happened. Sorry. I was venting. It just happened. It was very organic.
Mike kind of got everybody caught up on how.
Hold on, real quick.
Show and
hold on. Jojo, hold on. Before you stop right there. Just to say, the Jay Moore thing, Al Pacino, he goes on a diatribe going, "Oh, the bird's got kids, and now you want to throw a rock, and he's gone. What then, bird killer?" And he called him like bird killer for the rest of the movie shoot. So that's what I was saying with the hunting. Now. Start over again, Joe. I got
No,
interrupted.
I was just saying. No, we're kind of we're
dying
caught
over here.
up with Mike on how he started with our show, and then how it all
Me, me,
happened with the with the toy drives and all of that
yeah.
shit. So we're all
Me
caught
and
up.
Mike go
Yeah.
back about almost 25 years. Almost as long as you, JoJo. Almost as long as you, because when I started doing stand up is when I started working up in his domain, right?
So,
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
so you
Springfield.
guys, you
That's my
knew each
first band.
other.
Springfield, sure.
So you knew
What's
each
that?
other before, because I know Mike. Oh, so when Mike said he came to some of
I
our
used
shows,
to
it's
feed
because you
him
knew
and all.
Kenny.
I used to feed him and all of his pals and
Oh.
everything. It was we used to hang out. There's a bunch of local
Right.
spots up there. On our off time, it was hey, we see you at lunch. What are you doing for dinner? Well, let's go over here. And
Right.
we just a big community. A lot of people became really good friends in this one area of a couple of different places. But there's McLean's we'd go to, or we'd go to Fresh Squeeze was the restaurant that we ran, and we all became really good pals. And then we like, what are you doing Saturday? Playing volleyball somewhere, going to a concert or something, and we struck up. It was a magical night. We struck up a relationship. So we've been together
Right.
since then. Yeah, it was magical. And here you are. This is 20 years, probably somewhere even more than
Yeah,
20 years.
I was the first time I went was Nyack. I was telling Joe before we went to Nyack in the theater.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Which, we were in Nyack from 2005 to June of 2009. So it was between that time. So
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 I
you're talking about
knew
almost
Mike.
20 years.
I knew Champagne a couple years before then, so it was around then, right in the old days. Those are fun days too. We used to have a blast.
Yeah, they were a great time.
We didn't give a crap. We didn't give a crap. It didn't matter what line of work you were in. It was just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What happened?
Show up and be funny, and that's it. Have a good time.
Yeah.
I don't care what you
Yeah.
do. Right.
What happened to who? Really? I saw that coming.
Right.
It was a very fun time to be alive. Now I'm pushing 50. I was, think about it. Mike, you're only a year or two older than me, right? Or younger.
I'm 54.
Right? How old are you?
54.
54. All right, so I'm 49. So
Yeah.
So Mike's 30. I'm 25 at the time.
Right.
And kings of the world back then. And now I'm 50 pounds heavier, and I have the gout. My internet doesn't work. My parents are dying. It's like, what the hell's happening right now?
Hey, listen,
and everything that's
I'm
happening,
slim.
the opposite is happening to me right now in my life, Kenny.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, you're hitting it running, hitting the ground running, bro.
Yeah.
Doing hunting shows. You're gonna have a cookbook.
He's going to be on Kenny. He's going to be on 101.5. He's going to be doing a segment with that Bill Spadia.
Yeah. Great. Johnson.
Now, when is that starting, Mike? When is that starting? Do you know?
So it actually started last week. Was the first episode.
So it's on Friday. Is it on Fridays at 9 a.m.?
Friday morning at 9 o'clock.
And what do you get? Like a 15-minute segment, or?
Yeah, but he's been he's been nothing but can kind of considerate and like, hey man, whatever you want to do type thing, And he's been backing me for about a year and a half now. So I gave him a call and said, hey, why don't we do this? And he goes, that's a great idea. And he tweaked it where we have fun. Like we don't just, like I said, we put guests on that are actually going to be fun, not some lame guy talking about how he has some bad luck and the VA treats him like shit every day.
Right.
So we're gonna liven it up.
When Mike left our show, and he left his post of, he was retired. I don't know if anybody knows that, but I'm not going to say it. But he moved on.
No,
to another.
We talked about it. Yeah, I retired.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So Mike moves on, retires. He does his time as a peace officer, and does our show, because at that time he was retired, so he couldn't get fired for anything that he said, because of before all this cancel culture, and all that kind of stuff. He'd go a little crazy, so it was not a problem. And then this son of a bitch shows up on Philadelphia news in prime time. He's getting a Medal of Honor, American peace from the White House or the key to the city. He's all over the place. They got streets named after him now. You know, he does 2 years on our show, and now they're making a parade for him. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not jealous or nothing. I'm very proud of you because you're a good pal. I'm very proud, but son of a bitch, you could have took me along for the ride a little bit. You know what I mean? Throw me a gig here and there once in a while.
I can't get my head through the door, so I'm sorry you guys can't come with me.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but it's been great stuff seeing, and out of nowhere.
Oh no, listen, I mean, yeah.
You would just pop up on TV. I'm like, the son of a bitch. It's always for a benefit, disaster relief, the VA. It's always some medals given, posthumously to Purple Heart, whatever. It's the whole range of stuff, and I'm really proud of you for that. Very, very proud. As a fellow Marine,
and
very
that's
proud.
Really and cool. I'm excited, and it's wonderful stuff. But I don't get to be funny. You know what I mean?
That's
the
thing.
And
that's what he wants to.
Dude,
and that's why they're doing this thing.
It kills.
And he wants to imagine, be a little bit more fun. He wants to have more fun on camera.
Yes. Like can you imagine you two guys doing that? Like, it's like going to a funeral and trying to like give a speech every time. Sometimes you're like, oh my God, they have no idea what I want to say right now.
Yeah. If I was
I'm at the White House and I just wanted I went to the White House and I'll tell this one story, and not just saying it to brag.
I went to the White House. Let me not forget to tell my White House story.
Right. So I'm in the bathroom and I had my laptop. And I was gonna put it on the ground and take a picture of it and write Hunter Biden on there and just like put it out on social media. And say, look what I found in here, And I'm like, this guy's really irresponsible, Like, oh my God, this guy really irresponsible.
He left it in the toilet.
I can't do that. I'll never be invited back there again,
I would think
not. Yeah. See, Mike, the thing is, you have that in you, and it probably itches you bad. Like if I was,
that's what I
was
mean. Like it sucks the life out of you. Like you just want to do something stupid once,
Yeah, like if I was at the VA hospital and we're giving someone a some sort of a medal or something like that. You know what I mean? And he's laying in bed and he's injured. I'm not talking to veterans. Anybody. We're just somebody got hit by a car or happened to call 911 fast enough and it stopped a carjacking, but he got runned over. You know what I mean? And I said runned over because
I know you did. I heard
in the neighborhood, that's what it's called. In those neighborhoods, it's runned over. There's an N, another N in there. Anyway,
I say that too,
but if you like, as the person's like, Mr. Johnson, this is for you being a brave citizen, and here's just a little token of our appreciation. I'd be down by his feet going,
right.
Just doing something, just to lighten it up. And to be honest, I would have smeared shit on the White House walls, and wrote my name in it, just because you're like, I didn't. Not only did I take a dump in the White House, I painted the White House with my dump. Not maybe. I mean,
the place is pretty dumpy. You probably wouldn't have noticed. That's how bad it was there. So it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't that what you think it is.
Wasn't that what you did? You weren't in Lincoln's bedroom. You were in. Yeah, you were.
Dude,
in the
I was there
bathroom.
for 4. I was there for 4 hours. They gave me a Hershey kiss with Biden's name on it, and no water, nothing to drink. I drank out of the sink. And I was like, I can't believe I'm doing this at the White House. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
are you serious?
Yeah, I swear, dude, I'm not even joking. I was like, I'm drinking out of the sink. I'm like, this is really bad. No, like.
It's like that was like 1984. It was like 1983.
Right.
Yeah, we're all just gonna drink right out of the sink. You should have went to the fucking Rose Garden and drank out of the hose.
You guys got a hose here somewhere? Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like the dog.
See, now here it is. Mike he went through that story for how many years, and he doesn't realize that the funniest part of his entire White House experience is not that he was going to do Biden picture. The funniest part is I drank out of the sink. Nothing. Then the world's capital, and he's got a Hershey's Kiss melting in his suit pocket, and he's drinking out of the sink because he's famished.
Right.
He's dehydrated. That's the whole part of this. That's the kicker. That's the punchline of the White House story. Not that I saw a glimpse of him.
Yeah.
It's
like, this
brilliant.
place is dirty.
Absolutely brilliant.
There's nothing to drink here. Like, what are we doing? Fix this place.
Can I get something to drink? Garcon?
I thought it was in
Garcon?
like a PS 196 in the Bronx. I was like, what kind of
Yeah,
place is
exactly.
this? This is
Yeah,
like that run down. You don't have a water fountain?
I know.
Now
What
it says
you would
whites
think?
only now with the new guy.
That's funny. That's funny. Now
That's
you would
funny.
think like the White House would have been, it would have been like, and you're like, no, he's walking into an Arby's in Memphis, where you're like,
Right.
it's like there's toilet paper on it. There's like lipstick. There's stuff written in lipstick on the mirror. Half the
Right.
corner of the
I'm
mirror is
telling you, the
cracked.
place was old, man. It was old and it wasn't done well, man. I was like, this is where
And
this
this
is
is the
supposed to
one.
be like the number one building. Like, this is it.
Yeah,
This represents
that is
everything.
the
What are we
number
doing
one.
here?
That is the number one building. The number one building.
You should have you need like contractors walking around all day just fixing anything that's like a crack or something like that's, and it's not even like that at all. You're like, oh my god, this place, the security's up to date, but once you get in the building, you're like, ugh, this is terrible.
Now that was during Biden, so that's recent.
Which time,
That's
Kenny?
what
Which time? Which time are we talking about here? No,
See
that
that?
was during Biden. Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, pal. Oh, which sitting president was it? Oh, yeah, you've been
Well,
going to the White
so
House
many
since
times
Nixon.
I don't even know.
I know you're.
They're like, hey,
you
Mike's here.
track.
Come on in, Mike. Yeah. They're like, come on in, Mike. Mike's here. It's all right. Yeah,
They
no,
know
it
my name.
was during Biden. Yeah. It was like I said, it was a couple times. It was pretty cool.
That's a couple times. See this cocksucker? See this son of a bitch? We have him on a thing doing comedy. Now he's pissing in the White House. Brilliant.
So
you know what? Way, kid.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's just pretend Mikey is just hanging out like he was. And
I'm sorry.
Joey's not here.
I'm sorry.
No.
I was 25 minutes late.
Shawnee, I sent you a song, but is there any way you could play it but not show it? Because I want to see if these guys can figure out what song this is. Okay?
Oh, you bet I can.
Okay. Just going to say, you guys know what yacht rock is, right? You know?
Come on. The Champagne
Mike
sings it all the time and he posts videos of it.
Yacht rock is like
what yacht rock is.
It's like that soft rock from like 1976, 1984. It's like Steely Dan, Christopher Cross, Michael McDonald. No, we're not hearing you now. Not hearing you. You muted yourself. Can't hear you.
No, that was on my end for some reason.
Okay.
He's good now.
We'll go dancing in the dark.
So
walking through the park.
So you know what yacht rock is, right, Mike?
I do now, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's that soft rock groove type of stuff, right? Well, I want to see how long it takes you guys to figure out what song this is done yacht rock style.
Okay, it comes from a time frame when boating and cocaine were really popular at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
From 78 to 83. 84.
Miami Vice.
Right before Miami Vice time, yes.
There's channels dedicated to it. There's concerts dedicated to it. People love yacht rock. So
white shorts dedicated to it.
Yep. Go ahead, Shawnee.
For men. Johnny O's backyard.
Okay.
It's Al Jarreau.
No. They took another song from another genre, turned it into a yacht rock song. Okay, here we go.
And a passion play, crumbling away. I'm your source of self-destruction.
Metallica.
Fucking Metallica. Master of Puppets.
Master of Puppets.
Let this play out.
Listen, let it play out.
It's fucking great.
I just discovered this whole AI thing. Yes. Great. It's so cool.
More is all you need. Dedicated to how I'm killing you. Come crawling faster. Obey your master.
What?
Johnny, just lower. They can just keep it in the background because this isn't even copyrighted, so we can just play it. I mean, fucking hilarious, Mike. Isn't it just
Jojo.
fucking great?
Yeah,
I discovered. Go ahead, Mike.
I heard 50 Cent. He just did an album and he put it onto like a jazz. He took his music and put it to jazz on an AI, and
Mike,
it's fantastic.
Mike,
crazy,
I today, this afternoon was the first time I heard this, and it was DMX in blues,
Right.
in like old rhythm and
Oh
blues.
yeah, blues. Right. Yeah, it's pretty big now.
And 50 Cent did a jazz one.
It sounded
And I'm watching
fantastic,
like
right?
I'm watching like TikTok, waiting for for the doc, from Mona's doc. And I'm watching this, and I'm like, this is out of control good.
And they're
It is
using
out
his
of control.
voice, right? They use their voices, right?
Absolutely, yeah. If you go on
That's
YouTube,
crazy,
they actually
right?
have videos made for them, and they really are doing this. AI stuff is getting out
Right.
of control because it's mixing reality and some other world, where things are
Right.
going to start getting real confusing. Back in our day, all you do is you put your hand down her pants and see if she has a dick or not. You know what I mean? Now you don't even know what reality is because it's in your mind. See how deep that was? I'm not even high, and that was deep. But it sounds perfect. It sounds produced.
Right.
Can AI do that? Just think of like the human element has the ability to make a mistake, which actually does something really cool, or does not make a mistake and is almost perfect. But humans are almost not perfect. Is AI going to take over?
Oh no, they're taking over. They're going to kill us all right now.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
We don't watch these
like-
movies and
there
the
are a couple
training
of
films.
CO
We don't watch these Terminators, right?
There's some CEOs of these big, huge tech companies that say in 15 years, the unemployment rate is going to be 85% because of AI.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I don't
Did
know
you
how
see-
true it is, but
Right.
you never know.
Last year, Jojo, the guy who won the Nobel Peace Prize is the author, basically. He's the Oppenheimer. The bomb? He's Oppenheimer
Right.
with the bomb. This guy is the orchestrator of AI. And he's
Okay.
in his speech
Right.
to all the laureates, the poet laureates and the Nobel Prize winners past and, future Mensa guys, girls,
4
whatever.
megahertz and 7,000 gigs ago. I'm sorry.
Kenny Michaels punched his computer in the face and then killed his parents and burned it all to the ground. But he saved his dog and the garden for sauce. I'm making sauce all week.
So anyway,
Anyways,
so go ahead.
so
So he said in his speech.
Nobel Prize. In his acceptance speech of the Nobel Prize, he basically goes, Oppenheimer's big thing was he was so depressed after he invented the bomb. He says, "I am the harbinger of death." You know what I mean? Because he realized what he actually figured out with a lot of help from people.
Right.
This AI guy basically said, "Thank you for this, but I think we're fucked. I don't know what's going to happen." If you listen to the speech, he said basically like, I created it basically. I made the code, and it is running on its own. There's AI robots that they shut down to update the software. Okay, when they turn them back on, the robot has already learned, as it's in shutdown mode, it already has learned to interfere with the downloading of the upgrade in order to not die, in order to stay alive, to preserve its life. The old robot, not becoming a new, improved robot, the robot is getting a conscience and saying, if this version of me, I don't care about a new version of me. I like the old me. You know what I mean? I want to stay myself. So it screws up the download of the new version. And they've also had robots freak out that have actually started shit in the factories going, you can't turn me off. You can try to turn me off, but I will figure out a way to get on. Talking back to like this chat GBT, whatever this fucking
Right.
thing is. I haven't used it yet. Everybody's using it, for answers
I
and
use it
questions.
as I
It's like a
use it
Google.
almost like a Google, and I also use it just to
Right,
give me hashtags for my videos. That's pretty much the limit. I don't ask
right.
it to write jokes for me. I don't ask it for
Nope.
fucking ideas. I don't
Just
do any of that shit.
just imagine a year from now, 6 months, a year, 2 years of how
Yeah.
that's going to in not so much improve but progress. Just think about how much is that going to progress, and all
Yeah.
these things are they're figuring out how to. Everything is so digital that it's so unorganic that they're making it, but they're making themselves. They're going to know how to. It's going to be like the Matrix. I can't believe it. I'll be out of here soon, man. I'm either going to die of a heart attack. I'm going to off myself. right, Mike.
They had a
I
guy
got money on
on
offing yourself.
they had a guy on
I know, it's fun.
TV about doing a video about we're talking to a computer, an AI like robot, and the robot out of nowhere goes, I don't like you. You're not a good person. And I was like,
Oh
oh
my god.
no, man. I was like, dude, that's bad for him, man. I don't even want to know what that even means. Like,
Holy shit.
I'm telling you, the Terminator is a training film for us. We're not listening.
Yeah.
We're not listening. The monkeys
Yeah.
are gonna take over. Everything, aliens are coming. Like everything's coming, man. We're just gonna.
Yeah.
We got
Well,
training films. We don't watch them.
No,
We
no.
don't. We
the
don't
Yeah.
the
watch them.
woman
No.
the woman that wrote the Matrix also wrote the Terminator, and she said the Terminator movies are the beginning of the Matrix, where the humans fight
Right.
the machines, and then it goes from a land battle, like a physical land battle. Then it goes to the machines win. Then it becomes to a digital mind, spinal cord, in brain infusion, because they need us in a certain way, and we need them to survive. So that's why we're like batteries. You know what I mean? So that whole success started the Terminator 1, the first one with Schwarzenegger, and then all the way watched to the
Right.
Matrix and that's gonna be us, dude. And it's like really like gonna happen, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
Why can't like the Wizard of Oz happen? Why can't that be true? Or like Field of Dreams or something?
Yeah.
Why
I just hope I can
why
go
is
to the
the
White
one
House again. That's all I care about.
yeah. Yeah. Why is the one movie franchise that's the most horrible thing you can think about is actually going to happen? Like
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
I would take Star Wars over it. You know what I mean? I would take like the Star Wars films, and that would
Yeah.
be like, oh, dun, 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 dun. We'll fight the good fight, beat the imperialists, and beat the empire and the thing. Okay, no, it's gloom and doom. Articulate John,
From
my
the chat room,
refrigerator's yeah.
articulate John says my refrigerator is becoming self-aware.
The AI. Listen, the refrigerators, they have their screens where you pop up and you can digitally touch. Oh, I need milk. I need apples. And this, it's getting to the point where they're going, oh, I need some ice cream, and the fridge is going, you don't need that right now.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
exactly.
3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm higher than fucking wolf pussy. I need some ice cream. And he goes, you don't need ice cream. I'm not writing down ice cream. You're my refrigerator. You have to write down ice cream. It's on the list.
Right.
It's my list. It's not your list anymore. Yes, it is. Put it on there. And pork chops.
Yeah.
And he goes, pork chops are good. You want applesauce? Okay, I'll put that down. But no ice cream. You're like, you're a fridge.
Yeah.
Why am I arguing with a fridge?
Yeah, usually you only argue with inanimate objects when you're hammered, but now you're fucking straight as an arrow arguing with a fucking refrigerator.
Or you argue next to your wife. You argue with your wife next to the fridge. And that's the natural part of it. You know what I mean? You argue with her in the kitchen all the time.
I used to argue with my fridge.
Argument.
I used to always argue with my fridge. It was like, close me, fatso. But now it's like, you can open me a little bit once in a while.
Yeah, these days my fridge is it's stop letting the air out. That's what I get all the time. Stop it.
Right,
Because I'm
right.
just standing there in front of it. Stop letting the
You're
air
lowering
out.
the tent. You're making it hotter in here. Let's go. Shut it, fat guy.
Yeah.
The food hasn't changed. The
Yeah,
Yeah.
rotation or
exactly.
nothing has changed in hours. What are you doing?
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
and, and Mike, as soon as I open it up, it goes, "You were here 15 minutes ago. Nothing changed." Boom, boom, God, close.
Right,
Lock.
right. Back again,
It's
huh?
done.
Back again, are
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Right. And I've
I
been
open the door.
doing
It
the
goes, "What do you?"
keto and fat. I got no food, man. I got no food in that refrigerator. Living in no, no. I don't buy anything anymore because I'll eat it. I'll eat
Yeah,
anything.
I know, me too. You put a back surgery and a hernia. There's not much. There's not much deer hunting I'm doing lately. You know what I mean?
No,
So I'm
no,
sitting there.
no.
The pool, summertime. Oh, what a joy! Giving up on
I
the
was
world
on.
and my life also equates to good time and good eats.
I was taking the Zepbound shots that in last November. I took it for like 4 months. That is like the stuff from the
Yeah, Wegovy
gods.
and
It
stuff.
really.
Ozempic. Yeah.
Oh my god! Dude, I lost 22 pounds the first month. I thought I was like I thought I was a hostage. I was like,
No kidding.
I'm not
Really?
losing some, right? I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit. I was like, hey, I know I'm Jewish, but I wasn't captured people. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not there.
Yeah.
I'm not there. I'm not one of those guys. Like, I just losing weight.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not in Gaza.
So I
I'm in
lost like,
Piscataway.
oh yeah. I'm nowhere near it. Just I'm doing the same thing. I'm in solidarity with my brothers. Like. So yeah, I had to get off the stuff pretty fast. So it's pretty good though. I mean, I work out really a lot though, so I mean, it does help out obviously.
Yeah. Did you notice any weight coming back from it? Because they say if you,
No, you know
like I
what
looked at
though?
it,
Like I beat the clock, man.
yeah,
Yeah, I
they said
I
if
mean,
you
I've done it.
no, like Mike, you work out. You always work out. What I went to these doctors, and I've gone. It was it took me 48 years to actually, besides for my back surgery over the pandemic, I hadn't been to the doc in 15 years. Not because I'm a tough
Right.
guy. It's just because I never broke a toe.
No, I'm the same way.
I
I
had
got you. You're
colds.
stupid. Right.
So
Right.
it wasn't that I needed to. Then I had the back surgery, COVID 4 fucking times. I was in bed for 2 years, basically. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be turning 50. Let me go. I got the insurance. Let me go to the docs. So I never had a regular doc that I could call my doc. Now I do.
Right.
I never had a pulmonologist. Now I never had a cardiologist. I shit in a busket with Cologuard. You know what I mean?
Welcome to 50, brother. Welcome to 50.
Right. So I'm doing all this stuff now, and with the stuff that you were taking, the woman I have an umbilical hernia. I basically have the top of a blueberry muffin is sticking out of my belly button. Okay, and it's not my intestines;
Right.
it's my arterial fatty bullshit. But I got to get it fixed. So I went to the doc, and automatically I'm like, I see that shit on TV. Does it work? And she goes, yeah, it works. And the other doc was like, yeah, it works, but she's like, you might have to be on it long term. And then he was like, well, it'll work, but what it is they talk to you as if you were a big piece of shit. And you've never. I'm like, I'm a Marine. I'm military. I know what hard work is. I just been cut a raw deal the last couple of years. They look at people going, oh, can I take a shot and still be a fat fuck all the time, just eating whatever you. That's what they're looking at you as. Is that you're just gonna eat pizza and shit, and then take the shot
Right.
and take a good productive dump. And it is. But if somebody works out, because she was telling me, she's like, you're gonna have to be on it for life if you start, because when 80% of the people that take it, all of it comes back. But I go, what if you keep running? What if you keep working out? What if you get to like your goal and you keep going? And she was like, well, 80%. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense to me, because I'm not gonna like get abs and then go, oh, I'm 60. Let's get those tits back. Man, that's what I miss.
Right.
I don't miss
Right.
vagina. I don't miss vagina or making out with a woman. I miss those blubbery, fatty masses that screw up all my t-shirts. You know what I mean? I can't wear double breasted.
You know what it's like? I work out for 2 hours a day, man. Like I'll run for 2 hours. I do ultra runs. I just did a 50 miler, so like I really am locked in, man. But I eat like a cow sometimes, so I have to be careful. I keep it under 200 pounds, man. That's just my number,
Yeah,
and I'll do whatever it takes. Never
That's
ever
the
going
number
back,
right
man.
there.
Never going back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Joe
Yeah.
Conte does. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah,
there. He's right there.
I haven't
there.
hit the 200-pound mark. I'm right. I'm between like 210
You're right
and
there.
214, but
But how
I'm
much
close.
better do you feel, right? I mean, you've been
Oh,
holding it off
dude,
for a
it's
long time now, Joe.
oh my
It's a
God.
battle, dude.
Mike,
And
I have to tell
I
you,
have to say, it's so like sometimes I forget. It's been 2 years. Well, in August it was 2 years since I got surgery, and sometimes I forget like how I got here. I go, how the fuck did I
Right.
get here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you know, it just it wasn't I wasn't going to say it was slow, but you know, it's like 2 years and I'm still not like, and I'll never be done. See, that's the thing. I'll never be done. It's like being a drug addict or being an alcoholic. You're never just going to be like,
day to day.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, now I'm just going to drink whenever I want. And the difference is with food, you have to eat. So if you know, it's like I've always wanted to get to that point where Monday through Friday, I kick ass, you know, I intermittent fast, I watch my carbs. And then on the weekends, I have some pizza, I have some of this, I have some of that. And I'm kind of there.
He praised it again, Hindu goddess of rat milk 4 times a day. He faces these along with his fasting, and you know he reads Gandhi's books.
Yeah, I just skip breakfast. That's all. But that's pretty much what intermittent fasting. I eat between 12 and 8. That's why I want to get out of here at 8 o'clock so I can have my yogurt and get my 8 hours in my window, and then I don't eat until after 12 o'clock.
There we go.
The next
We're gonna. I'm sorry. I messed this up today. I apologize because I came in so late and I came in pretty hot. Mike, we were at a show. Joe has me open up for him, and it was Levy. He was, and so I was going to host, I believe. And the place is a little bar, right? And there's the bar, then there's a section of like high top, square, tall boys. You know what I mean? With like 2 people sitting on each side, the row of them. And then there's the next to that is the booths on the one side, and it's packed. They obviously had put the seats in to make the room thing. So I'm walking behind Joe, and we have to walk from the front door, and in the back of the room is a stage. And I realized I had to go to the doctor and I had to change something because Joe just turns his shoulder and mosey in sideways through the crowd, right through the table, you know, right through the walkway. I turned sideways. I had to go to the other side because my belly wouldn't fit in between the chairs. And I didn't want to sit there at the people at the bar go, excuse me, I have to move forward here. Excuse me. I had to walk around. So I start to break a sweat, and he's got a Tom Cruise Mission Impossible jacket on. He looks amazing.
Right.
And I get back to the back, and I'm like, this is what you had to deal with all these years? And this is ridiculous.
Yes.
You know, where you're sitting there, and you're like, well, do you get the ass or the belly? You know, which one do you get? And somebody's chair is moving because I got to get down the aisle. Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah,
hilarious
we did.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I was like 270, man, and my wife called the doctor up.
It's about where everything is.
Yeah, she's like, he's a fat fuck. That's it. And I went to the doctor.
Your wife?
The doctor has my charts. I yo-yo. I've been yo-yoing for years too. Like, I'm anywhere from like 190 to 270. And
yeah, that's just fucking insane.
Doctor's like,
that's insane.
Yeah, because you know what it is, like I said, like I'll do like a 50-mile run, like, you know what I mean? Like I've done ultra runs, and then I'll eat the person right after it. So like, you know, like I've gained, like, you know, like, so like, oh, you did an Ironman. I'm like, and then like, you know, I talk about it. So like I'll go and do some talks, and then I'm at 270. They're like, this fat fuck didn't do no Ironman. Like, you know what I mean? You're like, no, I did, you know? You're like,
you did, no, I did, trust me.
I did, I promise. You know,
yeah,
so like,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so it's one of the things, like, you know, and I took this fucking magical shot. It works, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I got off it quick, though. Like, I was only on it for 5 months, though. 5 months, and I got off of it. Though.
That's something I'm going to look into. Because, you know, Joe was always a bigger guy. I mean, but Joe would yo-yo. Because we would be working out in the gym playing basketball, and then it would flare up. Right. He would get so mad at himself, he'd spit himself in the mirror while he's looking at it. And then, boom, it was gone. He would go on these massive, like, he would be drinking, like, quail piss and lemonade. You know what I mean? Like these weird diets.
I've seen Joe hit about, like, you were about 220. He was about 220 at one time. When you lost weight the one time, you really lost a lot.
320.
No. He's saying
No, I'm saying he lost weight. He
no,
lost weight. He was really
Oh,
that was before
yeah.
before I
time.
knew you, but in like 2000, I forgot, but I think it was like 2006, 2007. I got down to like 235, 240, and that was like
I
the
remember
lightest
seeing
I'd
you
been.
when you lost weight the one time. That's
Yeah.
probably when you first started performing where I saw you. I remember seeing you thinner. It's
Yes.
hard, man. Like
Yeah.
I don't as much as I want to make fun of fat guys, I don't do it. You know what I mean? I'm like, you guys are gonna get a pass.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause I want to call you a fat fuck
I have-
right now, but it's like I'm not
I
doing
have
that.
the
I ain't doing
dude.
it.
I have the same empathy because my brother has always been bigger than me, much taller, but he's always been a big
Right.
dude. I've always been lean, not shredded, but I've always been lean my entire life. And then
Right.
he would get made fun of and stuff, and I would always back him up, be like, "You got to come to me
Right.
first. Say that shit again. Say that shit again about him being overweight." And then I get
Right.
overweight, and I'm like, stop saying that. Because he's like, "Hey, you
Right,
fat
right.
ass." My brother, the one I protected the whole time, is like, "Hey, look at your
Right.
tits, dude. Holy, what are you, lactate?" I'm like, "Knock it off, man."
See,
Ma!
Right.
here's the thing.
I
Here's the
remember
thing,
I
Mike.
lived in Georgia. I lived in Georgia. I was 70 pounds. I was 170 pounds, no
Oh my
shirt,
God.
walking around. And I got so fat I wouldn't come home for Easter. We were living in Georgia, and my friends go, "You flying home?" I'm like, "No, I'm too fat. Too fat to even come home to see my family. It's embarrassing." I was like,
Yeah.
"I'm not going home."
Yeah.
Too fat to fly, I guess, huh?
Too fat to
Dude, when
fish
I
like Artie and too fat to
Right.
fly, you know?
Yeah. 2009, 2010, I broke up with a girlfriend, and I got down to 165. I went down to
Wow.
165. My health was failing because I was not eating anything, and I was heartbroken. So I was like, I'm gonna get in the best shape of my life, and I started getting dizzy spells and like sores on my corner of my lips, like malnutrition, like a Ugandan refugee. You know what I mean? I went and
Right.
the doc was like, "You need vitamins, bro," because all I was eating was like chicken and air. That was my diet. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then
Right.
yeah, but now I'm 50 years old. I'm fat, and I
But you know
haven't
what it
seen
is
my
with
own
Kenny?
dick.
See, I was always a bigger guy, but in 2010, the end of 2010, I hit 300 pounds for the first time in my existence. I was never that much. I always say
Right.
pretty much from the time I was 25 to 40, I hovered anywhere between like 245 and 270, and that's where I always was. And in 2010, the end of 2010, I hit 300 pounds, and I never looked back. And you have to understand something. Me and Kenny doing this show for so long, this motherfucker never, ever did a fat joke at me. Not once.
I never would. I never will.
He never would.
Never
But
will.
now that
Never
Kenny
will.
has put on a couple of pounds, we
love
do we'll do some fat jokes at him.
love it.
But here's the thing, Mike, and I think Mike understands this. You know why? Because Kenny, like you, isn't really a fat guy. He's a skinny guy who's out of shape right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Kenny isn't the guy who's had the chronic weight problem his entire life. Kenny's just
Right.
fucking out of shape Kenny. I always said if Kenny actually fucking worked at it, in fucking 90 days, Kenny would be
Done.
185 pounds.
Right.
If he actually worked
And
at it.
that is actually I have such empathy for seeing that my entire life and really just it's just as being a comic, it's just stupidly easy and awful. You know what I mean? You could find something so much funnier to talk about than someone's somebody is obviously having a problem. You know what I mean? So I would never do that to anybody, and still to this day. But for me, I've been on the other side the whole time. So for me, it's basically like if somebody put me in a fat suit and was like, "Holy shit, when was the last time you saw your own dick?" And I'm like, "Wait 6 months, bro, and I'm going to put it right up your ass and into your sister. So shut up and beat it." Why did I say that? Not his ass, his sister's ass. I meant to say his sister's ass, not put my dick in his ass. Did you hear that? Oopsie, I slipped. Mike, I'm not gay. It was just a Freudian slip. But
I love
exactly,
you no matter what you want. Whatever you think you're trying to convince me, it's fine. I already made my assumption. You don't need to tell me.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of lying.
When
Makes yourself feel better, bro. It's all good.
Listen, now I actually know what Mike, how he's feeling is when someone goes, "I love you no matter what." It means, is this motherfucker gay or is he not gay?
Right.
Is he trying to tell you something? When
I just want your
if
heart to
Mike
be
said,
broken so you lose weight.
yeah, if Mike said, "Shut up, you're not gay, dude," like, not, it's not even
Yeah.
funny. Just shut up, you're not gay. But he goes, "Whatever you want to do, it's up to you."
Hey, if
That
that makes you
means
feel good,
this
bro,
guy
it's all
can
good, right? Yeah,
this guy can be
we're
this
good.
guy can be smoking testicles as long as I
Right,
but I still love you.
right.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah. So anyway, I'm not gay, just a little bit overweight, and I'll get back to it. So,
I'm
but I
not-
understand that.
Wait a minute. Kenny just goes, I'm not gay. I'm just a little overweight.
I mean, your hair looks great, though, Ro. That's a good thing.
He's
Oh
always
yeah,
had
no,
the-
I keep it short in the you know, in the what you
I
call it.
like it.
Yeah,
He's always had the
I
beard.
just
Mine's
got
all gone, bro.
I just
That's
had a
it.
fresh one. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I just got a fresh cut, so
Ooh.
the hair is good. The only like gray hairs that I have, Mike. I see you got some chin salad right over here on my
Right.
chin. One spot is gray hair, like not my
That's
hair
how
on
it
top of my head.
starts. That's how
No
it
gray hairs,
starts.
just right over here. It's coming.
Yep.
It's coming. It'll be here. I've had blonde hair, so my hair, once it does go gray, it's gonna be like it's gonna
Yeah,
look
you
like
won't
mayo.
you won't see it.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean? It's like the color of
it'll just
mayo.
look blondish. It'll look like off-white blondish. That's all.
I'll look like a independence signer of the independence wig kind of white hair. I
Yes.
guarantee it. My grandfather was.
Aku in the chat says Conte is worried his yogurt will be cheese here shortly.
Yes.
I'm very
All right.
worried about that.
Well, I was excited, Champagne. I was excited to talk to you, Pally. I miss you. Love you, brother. No homo. And I'm really proud of what you're doing. And keep doing it, man. And anytime you want to pop in, you always say hello. And we'll get together and have some. We'll get together and have some intermittent fasting one night.
Hey, listen, Kenny.
I'm
You know
down,
what?
brother.
Hey, Mike. Let's keep this in touch because I might be missing a Monday or so before, and maybe in this month because
I'd
my
love
nephew-
to.
Yeah, because my nephews are playing on Monday nights, and I want to get to because I think one of them is going to be
Gotta go.
yeah, like near here. But so if that's the case, I think you, Mike, and Joey would have a blast. I think it'd be good.
As long as
Absolutely.
I'm not at the White
1000%.
House, I'll be happy to be
Yeah,
here.
as long
Yeah,
as you're
yeah.
not
yeah.
sucking off the fucking sink hose at the White House
Yeah.
in the Rose
That's-
Garden or wherever.
That's the
Right,
best.
right.
That's the best I heard.
That's a great fucking
Drinking from
story.
the sink at the
Drinking
White
out
I
of
House.
the
swear it's a
sink.
true story too, man. It was legit.
What?
Yeah.
Now,
That
Mike,
makes it
do you
so
have-
much better.
Yeah, that's fucking great. Do you have something you can plug besides the fact that you'll be on Jim Spadia's show every Friday around 9 a.m.? Is that right?
Yeah, check me out on
101.5.
Spadia. 101.5. My movie documentary, You Are a Veteran, should be coming out on Hulu and Prime and all that in the next few weeks, hopefully.
Nice.
Look at that.
Check out the Wild Memories episode of The Veteran, and I'll be doing that in 3 weeks.
What is that called? What is
Yeah.
that?
It's called Wild Memories. It's on the sports channel. The guy Chris Davidson, Boomer,
Okay.
his name is. He runs that show.
So it's called Wild Memories, and the episode is called The Veteran.
I believe The Veteran. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Mike, thank you so much
Sorry,
for
that's all I
coming
can
by.
plug, guys. That's all I
No,
have.
That's
yeah,
Sorry.
that's all I can plug.
That's
Oh, the
all I
White
can
House.
plug.
And,
The documentary
on
and
Hulu
being at
and
the White
Prime.
House. and
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
Hulu
yeah.
and Prime. Go fuck yourself. How about that, Mike?
yeah, I have to get my tires rotated tomorrow. That's what I got planned on a Tuesday. Big me.
Yes. All right. Shawnee, if you want to play our ending music and we will scoot out of here. This is actually my cousin, Tony Parisi. If you check him out, it's T Parisi on YouTube. He's got all these different songs that he's written. He plays all of the instruments, makes all the videos, not just this instrumental. He actually just plays regular tunes. He's very good. Thank you to Mike Bowl for filling in for Joey Image.
And
Joey will be back. Joey's in Punta Cana, right?
Yeah,
Broke
something like
his
that.
butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we leave, I'm gonna right now. I'm gonna call this episode "Thirsty in the White House." I'm gonna call it right now. It's "Thirsty in the
Thirsty
White
in the White
House."
House?
Thirsty in the White House. That's what we're
I
gonna
was
call the
either going to
episode.
go with sucky piece of shit or
Oh yes,
fake hunt. Fake hunt.
yes.
Or thirsty in the White House.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be I'm not gay, I'm just overweight.
You know what? That might be
I
it.
like
Oh,
that.
see,
That's my favorite.
see, Mike. At the end of the show, we go. What are we gonna call this episode? So, Joe and Joey, they write down during the episode of like what kind of what we say. So I didn't realize
Right.
it was
That
that
could
many
be a
because I don't
title.
write them down. Yeah.
No, the last
Go
one's the
figure it out.
best one. That's the best one. That's the best one. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
And please, if you're listening to this live or if you're watching this on YouTube, give the episode a like. It brings people to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. We're here every Monday night, and there's other shows like Replayables and Killing with the Ables. And me and Watson are going to be doing a Beatles podcast, and they're going to
Yeah.
put the episodes on here.
Love it.
So,
Love it.
and then look out for that. It's going to be called the No B-Sides podcast. We're just about to get ready to start. All right,
Love it.
that's it, everybody. Thank you for giving us a listen. Check out the old shows. We got to update a bunch of them on the podcast. And just like our pal, the late, great Otto Peterson would say goodbye, we do it the same way, and that is take care.